It is Friday, October the 22nd, 2021. It is not a few minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. No. This is a very special early edition of the show that won't go away. It's At Home with James, live on Twitch, currently 3 minutes past the 7 o'clock hour. Maybe you're enjoying this with your dinner. Maybe you're enjoying it after your dinner. Maybe this is the appetizer before your dinner. Whatever it is, we are very glad to have you for this very special episode. And folks, once again, we lean in to the Halloween content. You wanted the best? Well, you got the best. This is the best online Halloween seasonal show going on the most nerdy website in all of the internet. It is Twitch, and we are here for a thrilling night of comedy. I am James, you are you. We are here, as I say, each and every episode for a condensed version of At Home with James. Why? Because once this show ends, I'm going to put on my jacket, run down the street, and get on stage for a live comedy show. But I'm not looking too far ahead. I'm keeping things right here, right now. I'm living in the moment with my first love, At Home, and I'm right up. I'm showing it the romantic attention that it deserves. Right off the top, I have to let you know that I announced that Raquel Belmonte would be here. Raquel currently in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where she did not know there was a time difference. Incapable of being here tonight, I called in a ringer, a guy who you can lean on if you need someone to help you lift something up of a staircase, you need a lift somewhere, or maybe you need someone to fill in on an internet comedy show. Tonight, Dave Kaufman joins us, but he's not the only one. Andy Assaf is here for the Halloween Trivia Spectacular. It's spooky season. It's season of the witch. Tonight, we put these two gentlemen, if I can call them that, to the test to determine which of these two truly is the king of Halloween. What they don't know is that money is also on the line. More on that later. But why wait? Is that the question? If you're asking out there, James, if you gotta get out of here quick, why are you doing so long on this intro? That's a great question. The answer is I don't know. So why wait? Let's get him in here. Please welcome to the show. It's Andy Assaf and Dave Kaufman. Ooh. Guys, it's spooky. It's very spooky. Andy, let's start with you. How are you feeling tonight?
Happy Halloween, guys. I'm doing great.
Likewise.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dave.
Dave, how you doing? You're a late edition of the show. You've
Yeah,
got
I'm doing well.
A golden glow. I love it.
Doing well. I'm a little nervous. I'm not. I haven't studied for the quiz, but I hope I'll do okay.
I mean, you should be nervous because you're going up against me, the Halloween expert.
Now, Andy, you're a Halloween expert. I wasn't aware that you were such a Halloween nut.
Yeah, I like anything that's spooky or scary or startles you in the night, in the middle of the night. So I think I'm going to do pretty good on this quiz.
All right. Well, Dave, let's go to you. Or would you consider yourself to be a Halloween fan?
I'm not a huge Halloween fan. I don't watch scary movies. I'm a bit of a fraidy cat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get into any kind of scary scenarios. So this is sort of taking a leap for me right now.
Okay. Now, Andy, Dave just mentioned scary movies. Do you like scary movies?
I love scary movies. Yeah, I think they're some of the finest offerings oeuvre de cinéma, as we'd say in French. It would be horror films, the horror genre.
The horror genre. All right. Now, Dave, do you remember the last scary movie you watched?
Let me think.
So you weren't kidding. You really don't watch them because you're a, quote, scaredy cat.
Yeah, maybe that Jordan Peele movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Jordan Peterson movie.
Yeah, that would be another.
Well, it might be horror for some people.
Yeah. Some people would find that terrifying.
Well, as I mentioned, this is the Halloween Trivia Spectacular. In just a couple moments, we're going to begin the contest. A variety of questions. They fluctuate from the origins of Halloween, things you might enjoy or eat at Halloween. But like you mentioned, Dave, scary movies. So this is all over the board. There's going to be 10 questions. Each question and each category, they come with their own series of points. So the points might increase as the night goes along. But as I mentioned, there's money on the line tonight. Now, I didn't tell you this as we got together for this show tonight. What does that make you think, Dave, knowing there's money on the line? You used to be a professional gambler.
Yeah. It makes me a little bit excited. I don't think my EV's terribly high. EV, of course, expected value.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is that a poker term?
it's a gambling term.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a term of a gambling man. But I'm excited to play the game. You know.
All right, Andy, how does this change things for you, knowing that there's money on the line? You predicted you would win.
Yeah, I definitely will win. So it's as good as my money. I'm already going to make a purchase while this show happens. That's how confident
Making
I
a
am.
purchase.
I'm going to go to Amazon.ca, and I think I'm going to buy myself a Halloween costume because it's
Are you
fitting.
a Prime member? Do you get free delivery?
I am now with the winnings from tonight. That's also going to pay for my Prime. I bought a year's worth of Prime, so I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what the dollar amount this jackpot is going to be.
Well,
and of
this
course,
is-
anyone who has a Prime membership can give a free sub to a certain Twitch channel.
Yeah, I'll maybe
Of
think
course,
about doing
Dave's
that.
talking about this channel. He's not talking about anyone else. He's talking about this channel. Now, Dave, how does it make you feel knowing that Andy is as confident as he is, even more so, about to make a purchase without even having won the contest yet?
You know, I encourage my opponents to have as much confidence as they want. Oftentimes, overconfident opponents will make a mistake, and then certain Kaufman's racking in the chips.
All right. Well, there's no time like the present. If you're just tuning in, this is the Halloween Trivia Spectacular. Folks, let's get ready for our first question. Once again, these are multiple choice questions. The possible answers are 1, 2, and 3. When I ask you to lock in your answers, very simple. All you'll need to do is use your finger or fingers to indicate which of the answers you want to lock in with. Does that make sense, Andy and Dave? I love that. Okay. Now, those don't count for points, but those are moral victories for both of you. Let's begin. Question number 1. In which country did Halloween originate?
Oh,
The
easy.
possible answers are, now, Andy, let's relax now. Possible answers are 1, England, 2, Ireland, or 3, Scotland. Think about it and then lock in your answers.
Oof.
1, England, 2, Ireland, 3, Scotland. Please
Now-
lock in your answers. So, Andy, you've gone with England.
Yeah, I'm
Dave-
thinking Homo Jack the Ripper. It's got to be England.
All right, and then Dave, you've gone with 3, Scotland. Any reason?
You know, I was thinking All Hallows Eve, but I don't know if that.
I think you're thinking of Ode Lang Syne, and that's Irish.
Yeah, that should have been. I should have gone Irish, maybe then.
So you've locked in your answers. Andy, you have answered 1 for England. Dave, you have answered 3 for Scotland. The answer is 2, Ireland.
Ooh,
Okay.
wow, we both missed.
So that question was valued at 1 point.
You know, but together we would have gotten it.
We did
Oh.
kind of figure it out at the end
Figured it out with
By-
our powers combined.
by
right.
riffing on it. So that
Well,
should be
I'm-
worth something.
Unfortunately, this is not a team competition. You're competing against each other. Initially, your answers were both equally incorrect. You tried to deduce some problem-solving techniques. Fortunately, those are worth no points.
James, I know
Let's
you're
see-
I know you're in a rush and you want to get to question 2, but I have just a quick clarification question about the rules. Can we wager our points on answers? Like Jeopardy style. Can we make it like a true daily double?
Well, my heart says yes, but my brain says no once I think about the math that I'm going to need to be doing at the end of this episode.
Well,
But again, these questions are valued at a variety of different points.
okay. Well, if you change your mind, I want to wager all my points for the next question, please.
All right. We're going to move on to question number 2. It goes as follows. What is a pumpkin? Is it 1, a fruit, 2, a vegetable, or 3, neither? 1, fruit, 2, vegetable, or 3, neither?
I'm ready.
Think about it and lock in your answer.
I don't have to think
I
about
mean,
it.
oh man.
Come on,
all right.
Dave.
Again, this
You
is
know
only
this.
question 2. Imagine how tough it's going to get at 6 or 10.
All right. Let's do it.
Please lock in your answers. 1 fruit, 2 vegetable, 3 neither.
Is a gourd a
A
vegetable?
gourd is definitely a vegetable.
So,
Yeah, you're
Andy,
probably
you have
right.
gone with 2 vegetable, and Dave, you've gone with 3 neither.
I'm going gourd.
Well, technically that would fall under neither.
A gourd
Now,
is
Dave,
not
I'm
a
gonna need to
vegetable?
see I'm going to need to see those fingers. The correct answer is 1, a fruit. But once again, you are locked in both in a tie at 0 points.
What? So is
That's
this like a
cheap.
tomato situation?
Look, I didn't do much research into the answers,
Is it?
but
is this
apparently
true?
a pumpkin is a fruit.
I want to know now, are other gourds fruits? Because that'll
Well,
blow
if
my
we've
mind.
got any gourd experts in our channel right now, please let us know. Guys, this is not looking good for either of you in terms of the cash prize at the end of the
All
night. But
gourds
again,
are fruits.
What?
there are still. There we go. So it is confirmed, Andy, you were incorrect. Although
Jeez.
Dave, you said it was a gourd. You still picked neither.
Yeah, I assume that maybe gourd was
Its
third
own
separate
category.
I will say this, that if I could give you a point for your pronunciation of the word gourd, I would, but I can't.
Gourd.
Who's deciding these classifications? That's what I want to know.
Andy, look, I understand the frustration, but there's only one way to rebound. That's by getting the next question right.
And
So
I will
let's
wager
move
all
on.
my points on it. Let's go.
All right, well, we're going to find out through our production assistant, Devin, if that is a possibility. Let's get ready for question number 3. Andy and Dave, what is the original name for what we now call candy corn? Is it 1, candied bells, 2, chicken feed, or 3, October sweets? 1, candied bells, 2, chicken feed, or 3, October sweets. Think about it before we ask you to lock in your spooktacular answers. Once again, this question is valued at 1 point. I'm going to ask you to lock in those answers.
Well, I feel like it shouldn't be number 3 this time.
So, Andy, you've locked in
Dave's-
candied bells.
I think I'm going to go bells too, but
Di-
the second one you would need to change the name. You would need to, so maybe that's what they did, and then they have to do it.
Well, Dave, you've locked in 1. You've got
I know.
1 finger up there.
But it makes sense, too, that they would change laterally from a candy bell to a candy corn so that to not confuse the masses. So I think
Well,
it's 1.
Convince me. I'm going with
This-
one
Well, you've
also.
locked it in, Dave.
This is the first time in which both of you have answered with the same answer. The correct answer is chicken feed
Fuck.
or 2. Once again, you are locked in at no point.
That's what I was saying.
It's fine. We're going to wager all the points, James. Let's go.
Well, yeah, if you wager there now, you're going to be at -0, which is going to give you a real uphill
Wait,
battle.
we lose points when we don't answer? Or
Well,
when we
if
answer
you-
wrong?
If you wager 0, you're going to continue to fall into the minuses. Right now, I've got you at 0 points.
You can't really have -0.
Yeah, if you wager 0, I don't think it subtracts.
You just have 0.
It does if you do it in this game.
Follow-up
Okay.
question, James. How much was
Yep.
question 2 and 3 worth? Were they both 1 point?
The first 3 questions were worth 1 point apiece. So,
So-
each of you have lost a possible 3 points.
We're going
I
into
just
double
want to confirm
jeopardy.
that neither of us have gotten a single answer right so far.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see about that.
Although candied bells was a good guess.
Okay, well.
Let's
And I did
move
get
on.
gourd.
Let's move on to question number 4. This one is valued at 3 points. So
Okay.
you might be able to recuperate what you've lost. Question is, Transylvania is a county in which country? So the possible answers are 1, Moldova, 2, Ukraine, or 3, Romania. Transylvania is a county in which country? 1, Moldova, 2, Ukraine, or 3, Romania.
All right, I think I got an answer.
All right, so
Oh, shit.
you've both gone 3 fingers deep.
He looked directly at me and then
What? How can you tell I'm looking at you?
picked his answer.
In fairness, I also thought Andy was typing on a computer.
No.
You've both selected Romania.
Andy's picking
which-
8.
For the first time ever, you both have a correct answer. You are both correct with Romania. You each now have 3 points,
Okay.
making up the ground that you've lost at the
Okay.
beginning of this game.
The game
Let's go to you,
started.
Dave.
We're on the board.
How do you feel being on the board, Dave?
I feel pretty good. I feel good that I'm not down by too much because that means I still got a shot to take this whole thing home.
Yeah, the Halloween pot, if you will, the cauldron of
This
cash.
cash money prize that
Yeah.
I've heard so much about. Hey, how much are we playing for?
Well, we're going to reveal that later on.
Okay.
Andy, how
Yes.
do you feel now that you're on the board?
Pretty good, James. Just an update. I have purchased a set realistic Star Trek uniform as my Halloween costume, so that's confirmed
All right.
here. Breaking news first. You heard it here first. And that ran me $182. So I'm very excited about this cash prize, and winning it, I'm already 3 points closer. Although that question, let's be honest, pretty easy. We learned that day one of Halloween school. So we'll see. I'm not going to be wagering my points this next round.
You went to Halloween school?
Well, I'm just saying figuratively.
All right. Let's move on to question number 5. We're at the midway point. Question is, what do people in New England call the night before Halloween? Around these parts, commonly known as Mat Night or Mischief Night. But what do they call it in New England? The possible answers are 1, Cabbage Night, 2, Prank Night, or 3, Dark Night. What do people in New England call the night before Halloween?
Wish Tom Hanks was here.
Cabbage Night, Prank Night, or Dark Night? Think about it and then lock in your answers.
Can we think aloud?
Of course.
Well, prank
Just
night.
know that if you think aloud, you might be influencing your counterpart here.
Well, he's already locked in his
I'm
answer.
locked in.
True.
Prank night, trick or treat, you would do the prank on Halloween.
Sure.
What was that last one?
Dark Night.
Dark night. I mean, it's the night.
It's kind of an oxymoron.
Yeah. So I'm going 1.
So
Cabbage
you
night.
both locked in for Cabbage Night.
Yeah.
Oh,
And guess what? You're both correct for 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So how many points do we have, James?
You each
5.
have 8 points.
Oh, right. 8.
You're up to 8 points apiece. So we're at the midway point here in the Halloween Trivia Spectacular. You're turning things around. We're going to move on to question number 6. This question, back down to being worth 1 point.
Can I wager points on top of it?
Really want to wager stuff.
It's Halloween, baby. You want a thrill? You want a scare? Let's throw some points in the pot, huh, Dave?
This sounds like.
Can we make a side bet outside of the rules? Like if Dave and I
Well, now, what do you
agree.
mean by a side bet?
Like if we say, look, I bet you 2 points, I'm going to get this question right, and then if he accepts that bet and I get it wrong, I give him 2 of my points.
What if we bet $5,000?
I'll tell you what, that's going to be worth more than the pot that's available at the end of this night.
We've
Not to give any
zeroed
spoilers.
it down. We zeroed it down. That's good because I also just purchased a data wig that's also set realistic, so that ran me $400. So I'm still within budget, which is good.
A data wig?
Yeah, you know Data from Star Trek Next Generation.
Oh, I thought you meant sort of a digital wig.
Well,
That would be a costume.
you could argue it is.
Let's move on to our next question. This one is valued at 1 point. This is the only game show where the points decrease in value after increasing in value. Which horror movie icon has the highest on-screen body count?
Okay.
The possible answers are 1, Michael Myers of Halloween, 2, Leatherface of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or 3, Jason Voorhees of Friday the 13th.
Follow-up question.
Please.
Is this their whole movie, all of their on-screen appearances? Got you. Like
Correct,
even in
yes.
spin-offs.
Accumulative kills.
Yeah.
Which horror movie icon has the highest on-screen body count? 1, Michael Myers, 2, Leatherface, or 3, Jason Voorhees. Now, Dave, this might give you a bit of a trick as opposed to a treat because you are a quote scaredy cat of scary movies. Think
That's
about
true. But I do know a little bit about each guy.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like Michael Myers, he's not killing a lot of people at once. He's sort of predatory, right? Stalks down individuals.
It's one way to look at it. Okay. What about Leatherface?
He's got that chainsaw. He can kill a lot of people with a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Efficient.
But not as many movies, though.
This is the thing to think about.
There were a lot of remakes.
And then Jason Voorhees, well, he had that hockey mask.
I'm surprised Freddy and Chucky didn't make the cut.
Well, we'll take it up with our trivia question writers.
Wait, Dave, you
All right,
lock in your
I'm
answer
gonna
first. I don't
lock
want
my
to. I don't want to.
Let's lock at them at the same time.
Look, okay. Look, I have.
And we're gonna lock in 3, 2, and 1.
Damn it!
So we've both gone 3 fingers deep again. You've both locked in for Jason Voorhees. And once again, you've both gotten it correct.
Wow. He definitely has the most movies and spin-offs, right?
We're now up to 9 points apiece. We're going to stick on this scary movie motif. Now, the aforementioned Michael Myers, this upcoming question has to do with that franchise. The question is, of all the Halloween movies, only one does not feature Michael Myers. Which is it? Halloween 2, Halloween 3, or Halloween H2O? Which of these films does not feature Michael Myers?
How many points is this one worth?
This is worth 5 points.
So 1 is 2, and 2 is 3.
It's 3, and then 3 is H2O.
3 is
Correct.
H2O.
Think about it.
Well, he must be in. Okay.
Well, Andy is locked in.
I was sort of going to
Halloween
take a long and winding path to get to number 2.
So you both locked in for 2. Can I ask you
He
what?
has to be 1.
Well, Jason Voorhees was not in the first Friday the 13th, but you'll note that Halloween is not in this list. It's Halloween 2, Halloween 3, and Halloween H2O.
All right, I want to go 2.
He's definitely in 1.
Well, 1 once again is not on this list.
So
But we're guessing. We're guessing. Wait, clarification.
Now, yes,
Which movie he's not in?
Correct. So you have Andy. You have your fingers up, which means you believe that he is not in Halloween 3, which is the second answer.
Yes.
And Dave, you're guessing that he is not in Halloween 2.
I'm guessing.
All right. The correct answer is that Michael Myers is not in Halloween 3, which means Andy is correct.
Woo!
Andy now has an extra 5 points,
Okay.
which brings him to 11 points. No, wait, no. 14 points.
Dave, do you want to make a bet?
Okay, what's the bet?
I don't know. You set the terms. Next question.
You asked him if he
whoever gets it
wanted
right.
to make. Wait, hold on. You asked Dave if he wanted to make a bet, but now you're challenging him to make.
Okay,
the terms?
all right. I'll let you win those 5 points back if you get the next question right.
Sure.
So not only will you get the points that are valued for the next question, you'll also receive 5 of Andy's points that will take him.
What do I have to put up?
5 points
Oh, so I lose 5 points.
if you get it wrong.
You'll lose 5 points and the points that exist in this upcoming question.
Can you give me the question category or no?
Question category is another scary movie.
Well then no.
What if I made it 6 points?
I'm not doing the bet.
Does that?
Keeping in mind, I'm keeping score and doing the math.
Then I will take the bet.
All right. So with that being said, the upcoming question is worth 1 point.
But not for you, Dave. You get it right. That's 5 of my points. You get it wrong.
So you're on top of the 1 point that this is worth. You're also going to wager 5 points apiece.
Correct. On whether
Andy-
Dave gets it right.
Oh, right.
So
Okay. No,
So
wait, then I disagree. I don't take the bet.
All right, so this upcoming question still worth
What
1
a
point.
scaredy cat.
I said it off the top.
So you're not doing the wager.
That's correct.
Oh, how
All
many
right,
points
so
would you
now
want to
this
do, Dave?
This question is now worth 5 points.
What?
Makes the math easier for me. Again, a horror movie question. Now, Dave, you need to get this correct.
Well, then what does it even matter?
You look, you're still in this. He's only up by 5 points.
Okay.
Where does Friday the 13th take place? The possible answers are 1, Camp Clear Lake, 2, Camp Crystal Lake, or 3, Camp Crescent Lake.
Well, you should have bet those points, Dave.
Now, you've both locked in with Camp Crystal Lake. You're both correct for 5 points.
Are you regretting it, Dave?
Yeah.
That you didn't take the bet?
Yeah, why not? I would have won.
That was the easiest one to date.
So currently,
That's a
Dave,
layup.
you have 14 points. Andy has 19. This is not out of reach.
Just want to
This is
mention
not-
that Jason Voorhees is in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a fun treat as part of this show is we've got the star of the Friday the 13th franchise, Jay Voorhees, 88 in the chat. So a special hello to him. I want to do a quick check-in here. Dave, how are you feeling up to right now? We've only got 2 questions left.
I'm a little nervous that I won't have enough time to pull up a comeback, but
Well, you
Never say
could
never.
make a deal.
didn't realize.
Now, Andy, you've seemingly become Southern. How do you feel? Let's check in with you.
I'm feeling great, James. I'm ahead 5 points. Unless you make the last 2 questions worth 30 points a pop, I think I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Well, I can guarantee you the last 2 questions are not going to be worth 30 points a pop.
Well, then
I
I'm
liked
just
it more when you were talking like Jeff Foxworthy.
I'm gonna be purchasing some Set Realistic data makeup, which is $837.
Well, let's move on to the next question.
Digital makeup.
This next question is worth 20 points.
Okay, well, I wasn't that far off with 30.
Still wrong. The next question. Who wrote and recorded the Halloween hit Monster Mash?
Oh, we talked about this recently.
The possible answers are 1, Bobby Pickett, 2, Bobby Vinton, or 3, Bobby Helm. Which of the Bobbies wrote the smash Halloween hit, The Monster Mash? Is it Bobby Pickett, Bobby Vinton, or Bobby Helm? For 20 points, that will send Andy to a possible 39 points and Dave to 34 points.
This is a tough question.
It's a tough question. Andy is locked in at 1 with Bobby Pickett.
We did on the show talk about him, so I'm pretty sure it's this one. But I have a horrible memory
I'm
of
going
names.
1 also.
I have a horrible memory with names, so beware.
Both
Dave.
locked in for Bobby Pickett, and guess what? You were both correct.
Yeah, there it is. Well,
Dave, you are now up to 30. Excuse me. Well, Dave is up to 34 points, and Andy is up to 39 points.
Dave, offer's still on the table.
What offer?
Points.
You want to bet some points on this last one?
I mean, it's not a win unless I really win.
And I'm going to tell you this next question, unless both of you happen to be true savants of Halloween, will be a pure guess.
Let's bet, man.
It's freaking bet.
Let's freaking bet.
I would
man.
also love if this last question's worth 1 point.
It is not worth 1 point.
Okay.
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah.
If I get it right, I get 10 extra points.
Okay. None of my points.
None of your points.
But that
So
would be
you just get an additional 10 points on what is already available.
Yeah.
okay. And if I get it right, I get all your points.
Well, at that
So if
point,
we both- if we
it
both
won't
get it
matter
right-
because you've won. It's the last question.
But if
all right.
if we both get it right, Not only do you not get that extra 10 points, or you get that extra 10 points, but then
No.
I get to drain your bank,
Not if we both
and I
bet
have
the
all
same
the
number.
points.
Not if we both bet the same number. No way.
Yes, if we both say the same number, that satisfies both criterias, that we both got it right. So we
No,
both
if we
get...
both say the same number, I win 5 extra points.
Okay, but in that case, though, I would get all of your
And
points.
there will be
in
no
spend.
drainage.
No, I would drain your bank and get all the points. Those are my terms. Listen,
Well,
they never said winning would be cheap.
terms denied.
Okay. All right.
But
James.
sounds
Actually, you
like
know
we're-
what? I accept.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
James.
so I'm going to need a recap on these terms. Okay, so the terms are if Dave gets this correct, he receives an additional 10 points.
But here's the deal. You have to go first.
No, you just accepted the deal. James, he accepted the deal. He locked it
He
in.
accepted the deal.
No, because now you can pick whatever I
If you want to renegotiate the terms, we've probably got another 5 minutes to renegotiate.
It's a flawed system.
That's the trickery of gambling, Dave.
No way. I deny the terms.
Okay, for the sake of time, I will let you pick first.
No, you pick first.
Okay, I will.
It sounds like we're
pick
not going to
first.
agree.
I will
on
pick
who
first.
picks.
I
Okay,
will pick
okay,
first.
it's agreed. It's agreed.
Okay, so you
For
get
the sake of doing a show.
you get 5 extra points if you get it right.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Okay.
10.
No, he said 5. He said 5 after.
I said 10. I for sure said 10. Rewind the tape.
It was 10. So,
Okay.
so this upcoming question
it's
is
10.
worth.
But if I get it
upcoming
right and you get it
question-
wrong, drained.
Drained.
So this upcoming question is worth 10 points. If Dave gets it correct, he receives 20 points. If Andy gets it correct, he gets all of Dave's points.
And to be clear,
those-
I pick first, but if you pick the same answer as me and we're both right, you will get 20 points, and then I will drain your account.
So
Well, yeah,
even
but I'm
if
not
he
gonna
has
pick the
the
same
correct
answer
answer,
as
you get all of his points as well?
Well, I'm just saying.
I can't pick the same answer as you. So if you get
I mean,
it right,
you can.
No, I can't.
I'll tell you what, I don't agree to those terms.
But that,
Okay.
that satisfies both the premise
he-
is if I get it right, I get all his points. If he gets
But,
right, he
but
gets extra 10
ultimately, if
points.
you've landed on an answer that Dave also believes is the true answer, he would
That's-
have to pick.
That's the risk he's taking. He locked it in.
I don't agree to these terms.
Okay, then what is the modifier, host? You are the arbitrator.
This is what I would say. Because you're only separated by 5 points, I say you go with the amount available. 10 points. It's winner take all at this point. You're so close that one right or incorrect answer settles everything.
Okay, then let's make it simpler. If he gets it right, I get it wrong, he wins. If I get it right,
He will win if he gets it right and you
and
get it wrong.
if I get it
Because
right and he gets it wrong, I win. What happens if we
That's-
both get it right? I win.
if you both get it right, Andy, you've won because you are 5 points ahead. So to
But
be
I no
clear,
That's what
longer
I'm
have to
saying.
pick first.
No, you do, because I can't pick what you pick anyway. That's the whole point.
Well,
Okay.
I have vetoed those terms.
Oh,
I
you
know,
have.
but-
You have. So now I just have to wait it out.
Slow down. In order for me to win, I can't pick what he picks because then I automatically lose.
No, to be clear,
I gave you an
I have
option where that didn't have to happen.
I have vetoed that because I think that's unfair to Mr. Dave
But
Kaufman.
it's not vetoed.
But now, the
I'm
regular
vetoing it.
rules.
This is I
By the
propose.
regular rules, I still lose.
No, here's if,
Sorry, James.
well, but this is the thing, right, Dave? You got yourself behind the 8 ball, right?
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Dave, out of a gentlemanly competition, I will answer first, and that's just what I will commit to you.
What about this? What if you close your eyes while you put your fingers
Oh,
up?
blind. I like that
But I don't want to do that.
because you're scared of the dark.
Because if I pick the same as him, I lose.
It's true.
I like
This
how
is what we're gonna
the
do.
only thing that's stopping this right now is James not letting me pick first, which
I
I
have an
offered to
idea.
do at this
But
point.
here's the thing. Dave could pick first, even if you get it correct, he's still. But this is the nature of the game, right? No, you know what? It all comes down to this question.
What if we end the episode right now?
Coming in from the chat right now, Jay Voorhees, all caps. What's the question? This is what I say. We're gonna do it like we've been doing it all night. And if something happens, I'll figure it out. Hold on, getting a production note. That's what we're gonna go with.
Okay.
The question is, for 10 points, it is illegal to dress like a nun or a priest in which U.S. state? The possible answers are 1, Massachusetts, 2, Kentucky, or 3, Alabama. It is illegal to dress like a nun or a priest in which U.S. state? 1, Massachusetts, 2, Kentucky, or 3, Alabama. For 10 points, that would send
All right.
Andy to 49 points and Dave to 44 points.
Dave, what do you think?
I have my answer, and then I have my backup answer.
Do you now?
I never thought things would get this interesting on this show. I thought, this will be a good throwaway episode.
What
I'm
do you
invested
think,
in this.
Andy?
I'm gonna wait to see what you say.
You're going first.
Oh, that was
This is,
vetoed.
this is the thing about a spooky Halloween episode is that my word means nothing. I was tricking you. Trick or treat.
This is torture.
You know, what else is spooky is that I'm 20 minutes behind my call time for this show that I'm doing in 20 minutes.
Okay, well, let me think about this for a minute then.
Think about it.
Okay, so on one hand you have Massachusetts, the home of the witch trials,
That's true. Salem.
right? So this could be a holdover law from that time. Next up,
Could
you
be.
have Kentucky, which of course has Baton Rouge. No, that's Louisiana.
Yep.
But Kentucky, very demonic state, very scary demonic state.
And fried chicken.
They do have that. And then finally, Alabama, lots of evangelicals.
Yep.
Oh, sure, yeah. Very religious.
So, what's it going to
So
be,
you gotta
Dave?
pick.
I'm leaning towards Kentucky, but
Funny, I was leaning towards Kentucky also.
I also feel it could be Massachusetts. Massachusetts. I'm not trying to say it as a bit. How do you say
Andy,
it?
we might have to dock you some points for
Massachusetts?
incorrectly pronouncing Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. So, you know what? I'm a gambling man. I think it's actually 3.
So you've
That's interesting.
gone with Alabama.
Yeah.
Because I was also going to pick 3.
You still can, and who knows? We might have to make things interesting.
But if I can, I automatically lose.
You can, but again, maybe we have to make things interesting.
Should
I knew that was a diversion. You agreeing with me on number 2, and then also doing this thing. Like I'm gonna go for number 2, and I knew you were
could
gonna
make
pick
the
number
argument
1.
that Dave has been copying your answers all night long.
He
I think
has been.
There is a valid claim for that.
Well, if we want to make things interesting, then let's make things interesting, shall we? I'm going
I like
3
to- I like
also.
to-
So that means
All right.
I automatically win.
The correct answer is Alabama.
Yes.
Andy, you are now up to 49 points. Dave, you're up to 44.
Yes.
But we can't end things like this.
What?
That's why
Dun, dun.
we've got one more question.
I just bought the Lego Starship Enterprise replica, which was $3,500 on Amazon.
Look,
I
have just written this question in my head because I knew that something like this could happen. For another possible 10 points. The final question.
So I still can't pick what he picked.
I think that we need to shield our answers and we need to answer simultaneously.
Okay.
Andy, this is not, you don't have to close your eyes. You have to, this is what we're going to do. You're going to hide your fingers, and here we go. So luckily, I've got a bit of Halloween trivia to myself. As of 2020, It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown ceased airing on network or cable television. Instead, it went to a streaming platform. Was this streaming platform Apple TV, Amazon Prime, or Netflix?
Oof. Now, which company makes Charlie Brown? Was that Hanna-Barbera?
Well, I believe it was maybe CBS.
Was
the
CBS
production company, but I could be incorrect. I can't validate that.
Because CBS has their own streaming service.
It's true, but
All
again,
access.
I'm not telling you for certain it was CBS. It would air on CBS, or maybe it started airing initially on ABC. It's one of the two. But
And
your
all three
possible
answers are streaming platforms.
There's streaming platforms. Your possible answers are 1, Apple TV, 2, Amazon Prime, or 3, Netflix.
Well, I have Netflix.
As many people do. I also have Netflix. It's your account.
Yeah, you do.
So
and you've been watching things recently, haven't you?
I have been watching a couple things, yes. So this is what I want you to do. We're going to put our fingers behind our hand. For a possible 10 points, this would send Andy to 59 points and Dave to 54 points.
I don't have Apple TV.
Well, I don't know if that's pertinent or not, but
But I do have Amazon Prime. All right.
like that, Dave has also put his hood on. So once again,
This is it. Dave?
It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown in 2020 no longer was airing on TV. Instead, it began airing on a streaming service. The answers are Apple TV, Amazon Prime, or Netflix. Please reveal. What's that now, Dave?
And if I reveal the same number as Andy, I automatically lose.
We'll see. We'll have to make things interesting. So, Dave, I'm going to have to ask you to lift your hand a little higher because I think there might be some shenanigans here.
I mean, you can tell by my...
Please reveal your answers now. The correct answer is 1, Apple TV.
Woo! Are we going to make things interesting?
Yeah.
We'll have to make things interesting next week live when we're back on At Home with James.
You don't have a couple more minutes to make things
No, I'm
interesting?
kidding.
Did I win?
This show begins in 15 minutes. Look, the beginning of the night saw all of you, or both of you, incorrectly answering, and then you went on an incredible run of same answers. Was there cheating there? I'm not quite sure. Could things have been a little bit easier along the way? Absolutely. But, Andy, you have won tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Halloween Trivia Spectacular, and the grand prize. Andy, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Andy, you have won $5.
You know what? If I would have made that bet, I would have.
We won $5.
Five? Like 5
If Dave would have
Canadian
won the
dollars?
bet, he would have won this. If he
Yeah.
would have taken your 10 on top of 10, it's true.
Okay.
Well, on that note, guys, I want to thank you so much for participating. Look, there's still a week left of Halloween content. We're going to be back next week. It's a very big week. A week from tonight is the Halloween Pumpkin Carving Spooktacular. Joe Conto, Connor Rose, and I'm confirming it right now, Taylor McMillan carving pumpkins live on the air with an all-star panel of judges. That's next Friday. We've also got Halloween fun on Monday and Wednesday. Andy and Dave, any final words tonight?
I'm just wondering how you cancel Amazon orders. Do either of you guys know how to do that?
I don't know. Dave, how about you?
No.
Well, on that note, that is tonight's show. Thanks for tuning in nice and early. If you're watching this retroactively, thanks for watching it while this episode is in the bank. Until then, that's Andy, that's Dave, I am James, you are you, we were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Alexa, cancel my orders.